Your next reading is a Code of Ethics and Standard of Professional Conduct. There are 3 learning outcome statements, and the key area, a good understanding of complete code and standards. So let us just go through each LOS one by one. First LOS is describe the structure of the CFA Institute Professional Conduct Program and the process for the enforcement of code and standards. First of all, the CFA Institute Professional Conduct Program, it is governed by their bylaws and the rules of procedures for proceeding related to professional conduct. So they have made their laws to regulate the members and candidates' behavior. So the program is based on the principle of fairness of the process to you. Whenever the word member or candidates would come, I would call it as you. Members means those who are qualified chartered financial analysts, CFA designation holders, and candidates those who are pursuing the CFA designation. So members are CFAs and candidates those who are pursuing CFA. So I will refer to both of them as you. So the program is based on the principle of fairness of the process to you guys, so that the process is fair to you, and maintaining the confidentiality of the proceedings. So whatever the proceedings are taken for enforcing professional conduct, these proceedings are kept confidential. So the structure of CFA Institute with regard to professional conduct is that the CFA Board of Governors, they have the overall responsibility for the professional conduct program, and then below them the disciplinary review committee is responsible for enforcing the code and standard. And then this professional conduct staff, that's the entity within the CF Institute that conducts inquiries related to any professional misconduct. So there are several circumstances that can prompt such an inquiry. The first one is self-disclosure. Sometimes you, being chartered financial analyst or the candidates of CFA program, you might self-disclose on your annual professional conduct statement of your involvement in any civil litigation or criminal litigation, or that maybe you are a subject of written complaint. It is possible that someone might have complained about you. So written complaints about you, your professional conduct, that may have been received by the professional conduct staff. Third, the evidence of misconduct, your misconduct, might have been received to professional conduct staff through public sources, maybe through social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, so on and so forth. Or perhaps a report by the CFA exam proctor of a possible violation during the examination. Of course, that is specifically related to the CFA candidates. And then finally, the analysis of exam material and monitoring of social media by CFA Institute. Maybe you are just violating some copyright issues, you're violating copyright, or perhaps you might be sharing the exam contents with the fellow students. All right. So once inquiry begins as a result of any of these, the professional conduct staff, they might require you as a member or as a candidate to provide a written explanation. They might require an interview with you as a qualified CFA or as a candidate. They might interview those who complained against you. And at the same time, they will collect evidence, collect documents, records related to the investigation. So after conducting the investigation, the professional conduct staff may decide that no action is needed, no disciplinary actions are appropriate, or They might issue a cautionary letter just reprimanding the member or the candidate, or they might discipline the member or candidate through warning. So in case of disciplinary sanction is proposed, some actions to be taken against you. So such sanctions may include condemnation or suspension from CFA program, and that suspension could be for short period or for longer period of time. So if the member or the candidate rejects the sanction, then this matter will be referred to disciplinary review panel. So you as a member or a candidate, you have two choices, either accept or reject. And in case of a rejection, the matter will be referred to a disciplinary review panel. And what could possibly the sanctions be? Condemnation by members or peers, or suspension of members from the CFA program, and you may not be able to use the CFA designation. Okay, the next learning outcome statement is very important. It lists 6 components of the code of ethics and then the 7 standards of professional conduct. So these are the 6 components of code. So member and students, you of the CFA Institute, you must act with integrity. You must act with competence. You must act with diligence. You must respect clients, employers, employees, colleagues, general public, investment profession, and other participant in the global capital market. You must, as a member or as a student, uphold the integrity of the profession, and you must give priority to the interest of the clients above your personal interests. You as a member or as a candidate must exercise reasonable care. Of course, we are not expected to be angels, but we at least should use reasonable care. We should use professional judgment when conducting investment analysis, when making investment recommendations, or when taking investment actions, and when engaging in other professional activities. So we must use reasonable care. Of course, absolute care is not possible, but reasonable care is expected from us professionals. Then, practice and encourage others to practice in a professional and ethical manner. Not only you should behave professionally and ethically, you should also encourage others to behave professionally and ethically in the manner that reflects credit on yourself and your CF Institute. Normally, this specific requirement is invariably included in all the professional ethics frameworks in ACCA, or CPA, CIA, CMA. I'm the member of all these. So yes, it affects the professional work. So that's why we are expected to work with integrity. We are expected to uphold our profession. We should do some actions that reflect as a credit on ourselves and as well as our professional body. Promote integrity. Promote integrity means that we as CFAs or as students in our investment role must promote integrity and viability of global capital markets, because ultimately it will benefit us all. It will benefit the whole society. Then, maintain professional competence. And this is also one of the requirements that you will see almost in every professional accountancy code of ethics. Maintain professional competence. You need to continuously improve your professional competence. For that, we have for CA and ACCA, for CIA and CMA as well, we have CP hours which we have to earn every year to maintain our designation. Maintain professional competence so that you can serve your clients better. Strive to maintain and improve the competence so that you can deliver the best, and also encourage others to improve their competence of investment management and decision-making system. All right. Next. Now, these are the 7 standards which you need to read in detail, read, reread, and then reread. This is something that's something very important from exam point of view. So the standard of professional conduct include professionalism, integrity of capital markets, duties to clients, duty to employers, investment analysis, recommendations and actions, conflict of interest, and finally, responsibilities of CF Institute member or candidate. Okay, let's first do professionalism. Professionalism has 4 subcomponents within it. First is knowledge of law. You, as a member or as a candidate, must understand and follow all the applicable laws, rules, regulations of any government in which you are working, a certain regulatory regime, any regulatory organization, SEC, Security Exchange Board of India, Security Exchange Commission Pakistan. We have these regulators in different jurisdictions. So you must comply with the laws, rules and regulations of regulatory authorities, governments, licensing agencies, or professional associations governing our professional activity. So in the event of conflict, you must comply with the more strict law. Let's say now there are 2 conflicting laws, A and B, on a certain subject matter, and A is relatively stricter, so follow A. That's the idea. You must comply with the more strict law, more strict rule, more strict regulation. You must not knowingly participate or assist in any violation of law, any violation of rules, or any violation of professional practice. And you must not be participating in any action that violates law or rules or regulations. And if anything of such sort is happening, you must distance from such an activity. You must dissociate yourselves from such a violation. That's very important. Next, independence and objectivity. You, and when I say you, means members and candidates, you must use reasonable care and judgment to achieve and maintain independence and objectivity. And maybe during the course of your work, you might be offered some gift, benefit, some compensation, some consideration, or you might solicit some gift, benefit, compensation, or consideration. So you must not. You must not offer, you must not accept any gift, any benefit, any compensation, any consideration that may compromise your independence and objectivity, or that may compromise someone else's independence and objectivity. So don't offer or accept, don't solicit, don't give or accept any gift, benefit, or compensation that may compromise your objectivity and independence, or that may compromise someone else's independence and objectivity. Next, misrepresentation. You must not knowingly make any misrepresentation relating to investment analysis, misrepresentation related to recommendation, misrepresentation related to any action, or misrepresentation for any other professional activity.